Good morning, and a pleasant welcome to another interesting edition of the program 50-50 on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Friday, 10:30 to 11:30. My name is Matthias Labindi, welcoming you on this Monday, 11th day of March edition of the program. With this topic, should the establishment of war and economic crimes halt and asset recovery be the top priorities of the Boakai's administration? What do you think about those questions? And that question, in fact, containing two separate areas of focus right now in the society where a lot of people think that is it. But we're not getting into saying what you think, but you can tell us what you think. Should the establishment of war and economic crimes court and asset recovery be the top priorities of the Boakai's regime? What do you think? Boakai's administration, by the way, has been in power for less than 4 months. This month, the 22nd, will be making it 3 months in power. It's taking some strides, it's made some strides, by the way, it's taking some steps in ensuring that maybe accountability is brought into the country. But our question is to you, members of the public, who most of the time serve as an integral part to the discussions of national issues in the country. Should the establishment of war and economic crimes force be the top priorities of the broadcast administration? We have one paper in the studio that is the Front Page African newspaper. We're going to go for a break and we'll come back with you, the paper, and get into the discussion by opening the line to hear from you.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
Across Africa, a new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
Welcome back to the program 5050 on Sky 107.1. Today is Monday, the 11th day of March 2024. My name is Matthias Labindi with this edition of the program with the topic: should the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court and asset recovery be the top priorities of the Boakai regime? What impact would that have on the society? Just an addition to that, we're going to open the lines to hear from you shortly, but let's read you the headlines in the Loon paper we have in the studio. Top stories of the Front Page Africa Monday 11th edition of the paper says mystery at Freeport. Police investigating mysterious trucking, theft of rice, other commodities from the gateway of Liberia. Liberia still number one, despite Russian oil tankers flying country's flag decision to leave amid U.S. sanctions. This one is not too clear. Lawyer tries to raise reasonable doubt. Present day politics enter Paris court as sorry. It's the war news of passage of war crimes code bill. Let's look at still on the front page. It says here, amid dialogue between B Mountain community dwellers in aftermath of Kinjor riots, sticker issue over corporate post, some concessions likely, a national security risk, looking to avoid setting a bad precedent. Company reportedly willing to make some concessions, but apprehensive over calls to remove country manager. Citizens in Basel reportedly staging a massive campaign to chase Cape Martinians if this happens. See the photograph of B Mountain Company here and a photograph of a man apparently wounded. Amid charters surrounding attempts to bring the Turkish power ship to Liberia, President Joseph Boakai assures multi-donor funded CRSG project of his administration's unwavering support in reducing power outages, prioritizing electricity. In first official foreign trip, the president re-echoes stance after making important visit to the headquarters of Transco CRSG, a project connecting Cote d'Ivoire in Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea with the flow of electricity. While acknowledging Liberia's indebtedness to Cote d'Ivoire, the president assured that his government would exert every effort to settle all arrears, as he urged the Liberia Electricity Corporation to implement a robust exercise to ensure the power is available and accessible, reiterating that the electricity is not free. The back page of the Front Page Africa newspaper, Liverpool player ratings versus Man City. Grab yourself a copy of that. But what is the editorial saying? Electricity, a bread and butter issue, a must. But read the car power fine print. But read the car power fine print. That's what the editorial of the Front Page Africa saying this morning. Let's go back to the topic and get to you, members of the public, for your interactions. What do you make of the topic we are looking at this morning? Should the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Court and asset recovery be the top priorities of Boakai's administration? If yes, why? If no, why not? Let's have a conversation. Call us on those numbers: 0777 777 107, 0777 777 107, 0777 221 223. Let's hear from this first person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning, Matthias.
Good morning, sir.
This is Professor Kinney. I'm calling from the Bush Island this morning.
Go ahead, Mr. Kinney.
Anyway, I want to hit for the topic this morning. For the establishment of the World Economic Crimes Court, I think we, the Liberians, we really need this court to come, because over the period of years, government go, government come, our people fail to establish this court here. So for me, I commend Boakai for taking the lead, and I want to congratulate all our lawmakers, but this is my disappointment in the World Economic Crimes Court. My lawmaker in the district is Abu Banda Kamara did not sign on this document. And this is my frustration. Why Abu Kamara is afraid to sign the document or the economic critical going. Because for me, I believe maybe during the war time, I know Abu did not participate there, but the economic critical that attached to the war critical. Because most of our lawmakers are afraid. Even I'm a disappointment for people from Nima. All the lawmakers from Nima, I think, only one person signed. And why did not sign? We want for the code to come because we want for the country to be liberated. The people that commit atrocity in this country must be able to face injustice. For me, I lost my parents, my child. I lost my mother during the war. And if you tell me that I want a code, definitely I need a code. Even librarian, if you say today 150, 50, 100, 100, I believe I will be able to give my 100 years to contribute to the code to come in this country. And to the asset recovery, I want to commend the president, all those that stole from this country, both Liberia and abroad, that the government must be able to go after them and take everything from them.
Okay.
War code, economic code is now a situation, is now a target for anybody. But if you believe that your hand is in the particular war code and your hand is in the economic code issue, my brother, the law will take a course.
Okay, thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. So on the issue of lawmakers abstaining from affixing their signatures on the resolution calling for the establishment of the court, I think it's good for you to reach out to your representative in your district to find out why they did not affix their signatures rather than concluding that the person is afraid of something. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Thank you, Matthias. Let me appreciate you for this platform. A very spirited topic. My name is Aman Kos Bamdebe. Conversation from electoral district number 15.
Let's hear you, Amma.
I'm going to begin my point with the point your previous caller just made. We are seriously concerned as residents of electoral district number 15 as to what informed the decision of our lawmaker to not affix a signature to such an important document. It is a quest of all Liberians to establish the World Economic Code. Majority Liberians want to see the establishment of that code because we know the mayhem that was initiated on people. Up to current, we are still being victimized on the basis of the action that was taken by our people. So to see our lawmaker in person of Abu refusing to affix the signature to that document, our only conclusion Matthias would be is because the economic component has been to that document. Because
but Mr. Nebe, you know, without just centering this conversation on your representative, let me ask you a question. Whether he affixed his signature on it, did the resolution meet the number of lawmakers that can make it to be a general decision of the House? Because I'm told about 40% signed. Good. So it met the general decision of the House. So therefore, whatever action, whatever
we are celebrating. Therefore, we are celebrating those people who have fixed the signature. We are commending them because it's the right thing to do. So those people who refuse, we just condemning them. But again, on the overall, like you said, the numbers that will be to ensure that we have this code established. The lower house gave it to us, so like to use the media to appreciate them, and those who refuse to condemn them. Again, as to whether it should be a priority of this government, well, it is a conversation that we need to critically think about.
But share your thoughts on it, because if you welcoming the war crimes code, you welcoming asset recovery, are those bread and butter issues in the country that should be prioritized at the moment by the Boakai administration?
It is not bread and butter issue. What I'm looking forward to is that the code should be established at the same time the government should summon the courage to address bread and butter issue. We are more concerned about solving the bread and butter issue. At the same time, we want for the government to establish the thing. Matthias, you can be chewing one at the same time walking, right? You can be chewing chicken at the same time walking. So the simplest point I'm trying to point across is that we can be establishing the code at the same time being solving bread and butter issues.
So you think that they should work, interchangeably or concomitantly?
Thank you. That's the point we are making. We want them to work, in a way that establishing the code at the same time solving the bread and butter issue. Because the thing is, when you establish the code, you recover property, you recover money. Okay. Those monies and properties will be used for government benefit, and eventually the people will benefit from it.
Okay.
Take, for instance, you have a...
Thank you so much, Mr. Nebe. Let's move on to another person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah. I call you from Brighton.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, Mataya, let me welcome the topic on the discussion this morning. I do agree for the establishment of the War and Economic Crime Code, and also want to applaud Boakai for the Asserts recovery. And the issue with bread and butter, the bread and butter issue, and there are things that undermine the issue of bread and butter. Let us look at the issue of the economic crime. There are a lot of people who are giving young people opportunity, who have stood for the day and making the bread and butter issues cannot be solved. Until these issues can be addressed and get rid of the bad apples among the good apples, we are not going anywhere as a nation. We have to be frank enough and take some decision for the betterment of this country. If we say we should forget about everything because of bread and butter issue, we will always be complaining and the problem will not be solved. So we fall on the establishment of the World Economic Council. And so, Senator Johnson, this teaching is not about you. It's about other Liberians.
But why are you bringing Senator Johnson in it? I mean, he's not the point of discussion this morning. We're looking at the significance of the code and asset recovery at this time of the country, whether those should be the top priorities of the Boakai administration. It's needless for you to tag anyone into the War Crimes Code discussion. I don't think that's necessary at the moment.
Mataya, the reason I'm saying this is not about Senator Johnson. Senator Johnson is making this thing to be like they are wish hunting him as an individual. There are a lot of people who committed crimes against humanity in this country, and we want these people to come to and be able to work.
Okay.
And be able to pay for what they did. Senator Johnson is taking the issue, campaigning against it like it's all about him. And
Okay.
we want to appeal to him. Let him allow the law to take its own. The could be established. We cannot see him.
Okay. Thanks for your contribution, my brother, this morning. Let's hear from this overseas call. Good morning.
Good morning, Madaya. How are you this morning?
Fine, thank you, sir. Thanks for joining us.
Yeah, my name is Lawrence Yan Yene, and I am joining you from Waterloo, Iowa, the US of A.
Thanks for joining us, my brother. Make your point.
Yeah, Madaya, this time Liberians should now start to be clapping for Joseph Yuma Boakai. He's a man who loves this country. This is something that the fourth border that we thought he was a reconciler could not do. This is something that the woman who we thought she was an iron lady could not do.
But wait. So, Jan, quickly. You talk about reconciler. How is the establishment, or how are the establishments of the courts, the War and Economic Crimes Code, Asset Recovery, how would they engender national reconciliation? Trying to tag, former President George Weah to what you call that you thought that he was a reconciler.
Yeah, a reconciler is one who does not back or wrongdoing. It's one who will do the right thing for his people. Mata, what's the problem of Liberia right now? The problem of Liberia is the War and Economic Crimes Code. People are still grieving. You think our country can be developed without this thing, without even Economic Crime Code? The Asset Recovery Committee, the government established, that alone, the money. And you can see one person breaking down no car. The money that was stolen over there. And you can see one person taking more than $1 million just to do a burial. All those money when you recover all these things, it can build road. It can do that. This is something that really surprising me. People used to talk about Boakai to a mail. I was not supporting Boakai this going election. It just 2017 I supported him, and we were not successful. But this going election, I did not support him. But I'm so surprised. He's a man who loves that country. And this is the problem of Liberia now. So we are looking up to him now because the vice president make a statement doing campaign of reconciliation going on between Nimba and that of Grand Jira.
But
So we are standing by now to see the committee be settled now.
Mr. Yene, quickly before you leave, some other people are of the opinion that the establishments of war and economic crimes code are not really top priorities. However, the president should focus much more on the bread and butter issues, ensuring that there is food on the tables of the people, salaries coming on time, and we have infrastructure, we have roads, and all of these things going on. The issue of the war crimes code, Mr. Molu, one of Liberia's best brain in terms of audit in this country, he did his best during the Sadi's administration to a point that he even had to stand to his boss and say, your regime, according to a statement attributed to him, that your regime is 3 times corrupt. Still, there's still not much change. What can Boakai do with the courts and asset recovery exercises?
Matthias, nothing can happen in that country without the establishment of economic crimes code, even the war crimes code. Because you will suffer. What did George Weah achieve? What did he achieve? With all he can borrow medicine, that the money will be stolen by individual. The money will be stolen, and that country will stand to be vulnerable if the perpetrators have gone with impunity. The issue with Senator Johnson, as some people saying, Senator Johnson is a redeemer. He considers himself to be a redeemer. Jesus Christ is a redeemer. That's why he died. So Senator Johnson should be happy that he did not die. He would have died.
Okay.
No problem. So when he goes to jail right now, he still must be happy in the cell.
Okay, thank you so much. Thanks for your contribution, you guys, and everybody wants to tag Mr. Johnson to this World Crimes Code thing somehow. Please walk away from your monitor. Let's have a conversation. Good morning.
Yeah, thank you very much for your topic on the discussion. I really appreciate your effort to serve the Liberian people as a journalist.
Welcome. Your name and where you join us from?
My name is Vasily S. Matale. I do join you from district number 17 precisely.
Welcome, sir.
Yes, my brother, you said all, but let's come to a point and a final conclusion for the betterment of the nation, Liberia at large. You see, the process of economic and work, the economic and the work code, it's not only about the past leader that did harm to this country, but even going to set a precedent for the present government that Boakai, the cabinet minister that Boakai are appointing now. What I'm saying is short. If these people come above to get assets recovery and fight corruption, the other ministers that are appointed by Boakai regime will be afraid to now build houses in the name of the country and leave the people vulnerable. What these people can do is this. They will come and support on the common people. At the end of the day, the money they come back in the community and pour the money to the people and say they want state power, they want to become representative, they want to become senator. What they are exploit the people and leave them vulnerable in society without doing anything. This kind of run a man look at with wisdom say no. The people have been marginalized in several occasions by this government official. They only duplex a horse, like the past government, like Yap in Abono. You come to coast the police, you say she got compound.
My man, wait, just a moment. In the absence of audit, in the absence of government, scrutiny, financial scrutiny exerted against any individual that work in the public space, it is unfair for you to put your eye on someone's asset and look deep into it and start to assume that the person got engaged into corruption. It wouldn't be good. Finabono was the chief of protocol, so I'm very sure she earned some money to acquire whatever she had until she can be investigated.
Finabono before ascending to that power and scoring all that type of horses.
I just told you that she was the chief of protocol to the president. It doesn't matter who she was before.
To build about 6 to 7 duplex.
You are still assuming. That's what I'm saying. In the absence of having.
I left district number 17.
So the only fact you have, my brother, the only fact you have at the moment from what you said is that the fact that she was nowhere prior to the CDC administration coming to power, and she has acquired a lot, it means that you have every inclination that this woman somehow corrupted the system. And I am saying to you, it is unfair to her. It is unfair to her, by the way, to come up with that kind of statement at the moment without an investigation.
Allegedly. So to go to the point. Okay, they will set precedent to the present government official officials that Boakai put here to serve the country, not to steal from the people of Liberia.
Okay.
So let the war and economic come in the interest of the Liberian people that have been marching on them for the past time. This is time we reconcile our country and move forward for the better progression of this country. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. I just want us to always, whenever we engage into these kind of conversations, let us consider that it's an intellectual engagement. And intellectual engagements are not engagement that people just, engage into levying allegations without finding a way to find, answers to the things that they're saying. Anyway, let's move on to this person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. Mr. Kimayan.
Yes, Lavine.
Good morning. Welcome.
Yes, the way I to answer the question, I know whatever going to go.
No, you're saying they are cutting up, but should they be? Julius, Mr. Kimaya, Mr. Kimaya,
go and exonerate yourself.
Okay.
But the other, I mean, the other problem is the team. And so on the whole, we don't have roads, we don't have systems, people cannot get paid. We don't have qualified teachers to teach in the system. We need money to bring the independence to work. That is now we are different. So if you're not getting even 1,000 or less cycles, you have to go to 99%. So after the recovery is good and it's clean, so we'll be better. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. And talk about asset recovery is important, and then it's going to ensure that we get something back to the country and so on, the war crimes code. So we are just asking this morning, should those two be the top priorities of the Boakai's administration? Less than 3 months in power. Let's hear from this other person on the line. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. You're live.
Thank you. My name is Isaac Flomo, and I call from Single this morning.
Go ahead, Isaac.
I think the asset recovery initiative is a very good one because there are a lot of people we know personally, but there are some things you don't need even somebody to tell you that this person is corrupt. I know the Madame Finabono from River G Fish Town. When I was selling Kobo.
But wait, my brother. But let's stick to the conversation. I beg you.
Yeah.
Let's go to this question. Should the war and economic, the establishment of war and economic crimes courts and asset recovery be top priorities to Boakai's administration? I don't see how Finabono fits in this conversation.
Yes.
Why?
The reason is we don't want the present official of government to do the thing, to prioritize themselves over the country, as we saw in the citizen-led government. People were only after what they could get and forget about the masses. So that step is a very good one. It should be the first on the table that we will handle and put some people in bars so other people will know that Joseph Boakai is not joking.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
Because as I was saying, we knew somebody put there around here. They were not even able to pay the room they were living in. It looks time for them to have buy 200,000 houses, $100,000. Where they got the money from? Even you put all that salary together for them, you can't reach it. So it's clear that the party was corrupt. Because we are a method, and our politicians, they project promise so they can get what they want to get. And we saw what happened, man.
Okay.
So it's timely, brother. It's timely.
All right. Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. Say it's timely that the government goes on to establish war and economic crimes code in Liberia should be top priority of the Boakai's administration. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. Call us on those numbers 077777107. You can join us on Sky Communications Liberia Facebook page. Drop your comments. We're going to read them out for you. Better so you can join us on YouTube. That's that's Sky FM and TV Liberia on YouTube. We're also there. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Yeah. Good morning, Mr. Bani.
Labendi, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you for the topic of discussion. Yeah, reality. My name is Anthony Fremont from Central Virginia, Bryan Community.
Go ahead.
Indeed, that is a very thing. Our true priority is very for this country because reality cannot be a leader. Then you see that alone break the country. And I want to make today go to the health center. There's no medicine is there. You go into zero education with zero students. Nothing is there. So because our leader are there to see. So that affecting all. Even they do not have bear with all that because if it's the next thing to all, you can use it for that internal purpose. So that true priority is very important for this country. Thank you very much.
All right, thanks for your contribution this morning. You said the establishments of war and economic crimes courts, the asset recovery exercise launched by the government, they are very important to the growth of Liberia. And in fact, they should be considered as top priorities of the Boakai's administration. Call us on those numbers: 0777 777 107, 0777 777 107, 0777 221 223 are the numbers you can call us on to participate on the program this morning. The question is, should the establishment of War Economic Crimes Court and asset recovery
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, this is Vicky Nelson calling from Kesedi Boulevard.
Let's hear you, Vicky, from Kesedi Boulevard.
Yeah, I heard the past caller saying Sinabono was selling Kobo. So let us just look out for Bakana. Baka was unable to clean her house.
But that is not even the point of the conversation here.
Now you're looking at Baka even buying house.
No, listen, Madam Vic.
So the argument just baseless. As you said, there is nothing you cannot do with Sinabono.
So let's
because Sinabono, they even the president having power get problem.
Let me ask you a question. Why did you call on the show? Did you call to defend Findabono or you call to participate on the topic under discussion?
I call on the show because people making certain statements and you continue to remark them up and they still making the statement. So I call to put them on track that they shouldn't be pressing on something because you continue to tell them.
But the information you are providing about the president buying a house is not true. So why are you also making up stories? Why are you making up stories simply because you want to get our people?
It is true.
Okay. All right. I mean, all right. Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. We have to go. I mean, these are some trivia conversations that should not be promoted. And sometimes that's why I like to define words. Everybody calls themselves intellectual until they're given a chance to speak. Then they don't know what intellectualism is. All right. But let's have a conversation. We're going to go for our second break. When we come back, we'll continue with more on the program this morning. This is 50-50 on Sky 107.1. My name is Matthias Labini. We'll be right back.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage head office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
Across Africa, A new era has begun, shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way, a better Africa.
That's right. Welcome back to the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. We are here Monday to Thursday to Friday, 11:30. That's 10:30 to 11:30. Today is Monday, the 11th day of March 2024. This is my birth month. In fact, my fiancée and I celebrate on this, in this month. The 15th is our birthday, and the 28th is mine. By the way, we're asking a question this morning. Should the establishment of War and Economic Crimes Courts and asset recovery be top priorities to Boakai's administration, of the Boakai's administration? The question comes from different backgrounds, and some folks say yes, there's a need that those be the top priorities. But how about farming? How about agriculture? People on the farms in the very rural areas, in fact, maybe some of them do not even have time for the war crimes anymore. Maybe what they're concerned about is how they can get support through the farming activities. Some people are saying, yeah, go for the money, go for the properties that people took from us, but be careful about that. But what do you think? Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Hello?
Good morning.
Good morning.
Let's hear you, sir.
This is Emmanuel BG. We are calling from Battery Factory District 13.
Go ahead, sir, from District 13. That's color green, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, color green district. Did he sign on to the War Crimes Code?
Oh, yes. I support the War Crimes Code. I want to applaud the president and the asset recovery team. But I don't want all of Liberians to make it look they are targeting specific people. When we go on the radio and start calling names, making reference as to how to acquire their wealth, they become personal and when we see like which one.
Exactly.
They should do it across the country. We are not happy. I support the CBP. But any Liberian that will still to enrich themselves and leave Liberian property, I don't support it. But nobody should be called individual name and want to tell how they acquire their wealth. Then until you get something to prove to the proof when the proof is established. Thank you very much.
Thanks for your contribution on the program this morning. And that's just my point right there, my brother. You nailed it. Let's hear from this other person. Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning, Mataris. How are you?
Fine, thank you.
The family.
Fine, thank you, sir.
My point I have to do with this Asserts recovery issue.
What's your name, sir?
I'm sorry. I'm James Pink.
Okay.
Calling from Central Monrovia.
Go ahead.
Yeah. I'm concerned about this asset recovery. I want to know whether the asset recovery have only one government that is targeting, or the targeting from after the war for Judy Bryant time, or from the Energy Justice Service regime up to present.
And that's a very good question. I've been asking about the statute of limitation of the asset recovery team. I don't think I'm privy to that yet, but that's a good question. Okay, Mr. Pink left the line, and that's a good question.
Hello?
Good morning.
Yeah, good morning, my dear brother.
Good morning, sir. Let's hear you.
Yeah, this is the voice of Idrissa Somba, and I branch from my brother resident.
Mr. Sombai, what do you think? Asset recovery, establishment of War Economic Crimes Court, should those be top priorities of the Boakai's administration?
Yes, it should.
Why?
Because these are things that all those that committed heinous crimes, siphon state resources, everything. But I was so surprised to listen to some guys from up Broad Street calling Finda Bondo. You can do that. What you know about Finda? That lady, she worked diligently for her nation. You can compare how she was selling Kobo. You don't do all of those things. It is unfortunate. But you know, sometimes when you get some guys that are cowardly.
No. We're not going to go there. You're trying to speak against something. You can also be causing problem. This is a family radio program. We have people taking their kids places. Children are sitting by their parents listening to the radio. We have to be able to teach the society in a way that we can have civil conversations void of insults. Your points can still be, put through though. Let's hear from this person. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, sir. Let's hear you. Let's hear you. You're calling from Cardwood. Your line is terrible, sir. Sorry, we have to move on to another person. Maybe you can make some adjustment and call us back. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Good morning, my friend.
Good morning, ma'am.
My name is D. War.
Hey, Mama, how are you?
I'm fine.
Good. How was your weekend? The weekend, was it good?
Well, not bad by the grace of God. And what's about you?
Great. How are you surviving the heat? Or do you have stable electricity in your area?
I'm suffering. Look, so I will put our generator on around 12, thinking that it will bring current. We'll have 4 until the next day.
Yeah.
Anyway,
yeah,
we'll get used to it. It will come to end one fine day.
Certainly. What do you make of the topic?
What
do you make of the topic on the discussion today?
The topic, people taking it all kind of way. I just said, back at this. I just said, let them leave the papa alone. The papa is a critical thinker. And I would leave him alone and let him go on with his job. And people see all sorts of things. What about the God in the different the papa buying horse? Papa buying that horse ever since 19 we. He buy horse. He president before he come to go buy horse. We knew some of them, they never had places to sleep. Since they want to get a horse for the papa. Some of them, when they got in power before. So you see what they did to Joey, at the end of the day, for them to support the board, they wanted to seize it, thinking that they would have gone back. You see, if somebody do good for you, you got to get them their good results. So you see what happened? Now they carry a most of the paper. Let them leave the paper alone. Papa call anybody and told them say he buying horse or he bought horse. Even he buy horse, what's wrong with that? He not working for his own money or because the papa he can on air and say, I haven't this amount of money to the place. I haven't. The papa is a silent mover. Papa will not come and tell us, oh, I didn't want to be president. I don't move forward. No, he's a critical thinker. Let them leave him alone. Let them leave him alone. We beg them. Thank you and have a blessed day, Matthew.
Thanks for your contribution, Mama. Let's hear from this person. Good morning.
Yeah, I was on the line earlier.
Okay. Yeah, Mr. Pink, go ahead.
Yeah, Mr. Pink. My second point have to do with our president, Mr. Boakai. Since he declared assets, he had to see it then published to the Liberian people for us to know what all he owns. So we want to know for him, when will he be publishing his assets since he have already declared? Thank you, sir.
Right, and I think that is geared towards making other people who don't have the time to go requesting for that asset to have access to it. I think I understand your point. Let's hear from another person. Good morning.
Good morning, Mateo.
Fine, thank you. Let's hear you.
Clarence K. Mambo calling from Ghana.
Go ahead.
So, the first thing, the argument, the question you are asking is very, very brilliant question, but people taking the contrary. For me, it is one of the best priority. Independence in this country are making all to go against one another. I guess some of them were mentioning, oh, this person do this. Now, this is a system of justice. All crime code, economic crime code, access to recovery. I suppose even now, it will say the owner can do that before anything. I will be very much happy. I will be happy because investors will be encouraged to come. That's the first thing. The second thing, those who working in government, they will be very careful how they take care of the public money. Okay? This thing is not wish hunting. People get taking it contrary. It's not wish hunting. It's about how best the future of our children and our great children to be. And now, people are saying, that question, let me answer it. You were saying that critical question, access recovery and when which are the period it will cover is very, very simple. Every government from the past was to take their own responsibility. If you will owe me to say I'm stopping with CDC government, I will. And now my question go to CDC government. Who stop you not to do it? So that question is not a question, Mataya.
So it depends on how the government wants to proceed with it. The government, you don't think that the government should take the burden of doing asset recovery for the country entirely from its existence.
Mataya, even let me tell you something. If some of them saying that let the owner will go beyond, then they are giving the owner greatest responsibility. What were you doing when you were in charge? You was to what? Or do the same thing to the previous government when you were there. Even Ellen was to do it, or President Weah was to do it, and the way was going to be very simple for Joseph Boakai because people were going to be careful before his time. But now you cannot hold him responsible to go cover 2 to 3 times presidency before he be satisfied. No.
So, but generally, you support the asset recovery and the establishment of war and economic crimes code, right?
100% impenitent in the country, damaging the country, and in making one another to go local here. Look, in the community, you enjoy all of people suffering, and they know that they are taxpayer money in your way. You know, it will be difficult for you to be friendly with the people. Somebody may only respect you because they want $5 from you in the community.
Okay.
But deep down in their heart, they will never be satisfied. Let get rid of that impunity. Let everybody want that $5 taxpayer. Let everybody enjoy it.
Okay, thank you so much. Let me squeeze in this the last person here, this Liberian journalist here, Joe Nutwa Wondan. Mr. Wondan, good morning.
Sorry, I was going for something different. Please, I'm not prepared for your show.
Okay, all right. You got texted you earlier and you keep calling. So, yeah, we're going to go for our last break. When we come back, we'll take comments from our social media users and we'll call it a day. This is 50/50 on Sky 107.1.
Across Africa, a new era has begun. Shifting our focus to a new horizon, connecting us with one purpose: to create and share opportunities to grow. Today, we are making a brighter tomorrow, built by our dreams and our energy. Across our continent, across the world, we are creating a better way to a better future. A Pan-African future. Together. EcoBank. A better way. A better Africa.
After being in the business for more than 20 years, Uptown Garage has all it takes to make your car work best for you. Uptown Garage has brought in all sizes of new quality tires. We also have the efficient and long-lasting Uptown batteries. Uptown Garage has also brought in a state-of-the-art 2022 upgraded diagnostic machine that can easily detect any problem with your car. Don't worry, we can fix it for you. Is your car having any electrical problem? Well, Uptown Garage has a professional electrician from Ghana who is up to the task of programming and solving all of your car electrical problems. Uptown Garage is at the intersection of Broad and Nelson Streets with the Uptown Spare Parts Store on Broad Street side. We have our garage and new showroom at Rehab at the junction of President Weah's residence. For original spark plugs from Japan, oil filters, engine oil, and everything you need to get your car working perfectly, come to Uptown Garage. We give 1 month warranty. We also provide a tow truck free of charge if we are the ones to work on your car. But we can also tow your car anywhere for a fee. Contact Uptown Garage Head Office on 0777 553317 or 0886 553317 or our rehab branch on 0770 902865. Uptown Garage, your 100% Liberian owned, is here to put a smile on your face.
And that's right. Welcome back to the program 50/50 on Sky 107.1. Let's join Julius to bring us comments from our social media users. Thanks to all of you who took up time to participate on the program this morning. Let's hear what our viewers are saying on the social media. Julius?
Okay, thank you, Matthias. Let's start out with this. Of course, there are a few comments. So we go to this one. The first one says, Stephen talk about I'm following from JMB Focus Corner, and Martin Tiaguba Menos. Good morning, Matthias. I strongly believe that the establishment of the WECC should be a paramount on President Boakai's agenda to discourage the culture of impunity that has permeated our society over the last 2 decades. In the absence of justice, we should expect lawlessness in this country. And Double Besa Jala said, good morning, Matthias. And Martin to welcome back say, in regard to the asset recovery, it is the prerogative of the president to decide where he wants to start the asset recovery process. No one should tell where to start. We embrace the process, Matthias. Mohammed Passawe said, thank you, Matthias, for the discussion. For me, I believe the World Economic Crimes Code is important for us as a country. But at this point in time, for President Boakai government is soon. The country is heavily divided. The president needs to reconcile the country by calling for a reconciliation across the 15 counties. He said, who is running after the president? Let's take our time. Let's take our time to address the issue. Double Bisa Jarakan, I say that the ECC and asset recovery are necessary right now because our country gone backwards because this process has not been meant. You see, our next door neighbor, Sierra Leone, finally from this end, it's Prince Sandra Johnson said, good morning, I'm following live from my end this morning. We want His Excellency Joseph Nyama Boakai Senior pray long. I don't know what is the other one running here. So let's go back to you, Matthias, for the continuation of the program.
Thanks, Julius, for the comments there from our social media users. It's always an opportunity to have all of you there joining us from our various platforms. We are on YouTube, we are on Facebook, so you can join us on both. We are on radio as well. But leaving now, I just want to just quickly bring the editorial of the Front Page Africa newspaper is important because, like I asked my Oma Dewar whether how she was coping with the heat, the serious situation with electricity. You want to get information about what the government is doing concerning electricity? I think the Front Page Africa editorial today put a spotlight on that. It says, electricity, a bread and butter issue, a must, but read the car power fine print. President Joseph Boakai used his first official foreign trip last week to visit next door neighbor, Cote d'Ivoire, a key supplier of electricity to Liberia through the landmark CRSG project, which connects Cote d'Ivoire with Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea with the flow of electricity. The visit comes in the midst of multiple reports that a controversial Turkish car power ship group is trying to resuscitate its interest in Liberia. Front Page Africa reported last week that the company recently submitted a proposal to the Boakai administration to have the ship brought to Liberia in hopes of easing the power needs for millions of Liberians craving electricity. As promising as the car power ship appeal sounds, there is a lot of rare flags surrounding its interest in Liberia. Key amongst them is the many hidden costs attached to such a deal, and the fact that the Liberia Electricity Corporation, LEC, will, under the contract terms, have to pay for all power produced, whether consumed or not. At 50% current theft rate, the actual cost will be doubled if 16 cents are only a base cost. One source told Frontpage Africa, at the moment, the cost of power at McCoffee is set at 6 cents. The 35 cents tariff is necessary to cover operational costs, especially with 500 plus employees and maintenance costs. The tariff would come down once the customer base increases. So, even if LEC buys at 6 cents, it would be unlikely that it would sell for the amount. Frontpage Africa has learned and reported that in order for a car powership deal to materialize, it will require Liberia to put down US $7 million upfront. Ironically, Liberia owes the Ivory Coast millions of dollars for services rendered and electricity provided so far. More importantly, Cote d'Ivoire has the ability to provide even more if Liberia can supply or simply pay its bills owed. Paying US $7 million to another company for doing the same services the CRSG offers is not only a waste of time and money, but also signals an unwillingness on the part of the Boakai's administration to do the right thing regarding the provision of stable electricity to Liberians and Liberia. While we welcome the president's assurances to settle Liberia's indebtedness to Cote d'Ivoire, we hope that it will not end there. The president must follow up his assurances to Liberians next door. Mr. Mohammed M. Sharif, General Manager, the Transco CRSG General Manager, was clear during his meeting with President Boakai about the energy constraints being faced by Liberia, which has led to significant load shedding by LEC. Mr. Sharif expressed the need for the government to finance its indebtedness to CI Energies and provide adequate financial support to enable LEC to build and expand its national transmission and distribution network, including connecting large communities, industries, and mining sites. According to Mr. Sharif, annual budget support to LEC will go a long way in fast-tracking the implementation of rural electrification and expansion of connections to more towns and villages. Mr. Sharif informed President Boakai that Transco CRSG will continue to solicit support from the government for its sustainability. We know that this mechanism, CRSG project, is working, and all of us need to put our hands and support it for the CRSG line to work as envisaged by the 4 member countries. He called on the government to move aggressively to support the project. It's a reliable power source and mechanism once we can make the necessary funding available, he emphasized. At the same time, the Boakai administration must ensure that it engages key stakeholders on how the McCoffee hydro plant can be improved and enhanced in its capacity to supply Liberians with stable electricity, especially during the critical rainy season period. President Boakai was right when he said during his talks with his counterpart, Al Hassan Qattara, last Thursday that electricity is life. It is life for large and small businesses, spending millions of dollars to keep their lights on and their businesses afloat. It is life for scores of Liberians sleeping in the dark. It is life for kids who are denied the right to study at night. It is life for homes unable to store food and drinks properly due to the lack of stable electricity. President Boakai and his government must put words into action and prioritize increased access and the expansion of stable electricity to Liberian people. We also welcome the president's expression of his administration's unwavering support for the sustainability of the landmark CRSG project, which connects Cote d'Ivoire with Liberia, Sierra Leone, and Guinea with the flow of electricity. The fact of the matter is, Liberia is desperately in need of a solution to its ongoing electricity crisis. And while the car power ship proposal looks appealing, the Boakai administration must read all the fine prints and ensure that Liberia does not fall into the same dilemma next door neighbor Sierra Leone and Guinea-Bissau found themselves in recently when car power shut down electricity over unpaid bills. It simply makes no sense to pay $7 million to car power ship while millions more is owed, as Liberia's committed to the CRSG project. While it is true in some cases that desperate times calls for desperate measures, the Boakai administration must tread carefully in how it handles this delicate but essential power sector. There is just too much at stake and too many depending on a solution to a crisis that, if managed well, could elevate the business climate in Liberia and make life so much easier for millions of Liberians eyeing a permanent solution to the electricity crisis. And that's the editorial of the Front Page Africa newspaper today, focusing solely on the the electricity situation in Liberia. My name is Matthias Labini. Join us again tomorrow for another fascinating edition of the program 5050 on Sky 107.1. Have yourselves a wonderful day.